So these are the answers to Unit 203. You've got the questions and answers here. So let's go along. If you do want the other two units, 201, 202, then they will be found on a different link. Give one reason for using a poster in the salon. It's worth 1 mark. So to encourage people to purchase maybe items, advertise new looks, to have or maybe promote new services or new products. Describe the best place to position that poster. So where would you put this poster in the salon to attract new clients? Yet again, it's worth 1 mark. You could put it maybe in the window to encourage new people to come inside, and also continue that maybe around the salon near reception area as well. Give 3 reasons for evaluating the use of promotional materials. So it's worth 3 marks. To measure the success or impact of promotional materials, to understand what went well or what didn't go well as well, to make improvements and repeat the same promotional activity, or to create an action plan of what to do next. So we evaluate things that went well, what didn't go well, and how to change things. State 2 characteristics of a target audience that should be considered when planning the sale of retail products. It's worth 2 marks. Things like age, gender, ethnicity, social, economic statuses as well. Any 2 of those would have been accepted. Explain the characteristics of a well-designed salon interior. It's worth 3 marks. So we're going to be looking at things like placement and design of retail stands, making sure that they're eye-catching, using up-to-date products as well, making sure that the brands of the products are well known. The decor, so the decoration inside needs to be aligned with your expectations and target audience. So if you want lots of young people there, maybe you can do lots of funky colours. Or if it's quite clinical, then you'd need everything kind of white, so it looks a lot cleaner. Windows, wall displays, and interior signage needs to be advertised. What services and products are provided using the logos. Promotional displays as well. Layout, appropriate fixtures and fittings need to be effective for staff and clients and accessible for those with disabilities. So just thinking about where maybe the chairs are in the salon, where the washing basins are, can wheelchairs get around the area as well? So just think about walking into a salon, and if something was really well designed, how would it look? State 2 ways to advertise products in the salon. So 2 marks, 2 answers. On the product retail stand, you can advertise it there. Posters on the walls or windows, maybe on working surfaces, within client reach to try. Word of mouth to talk about products being used by the stylist or the beautician or the nail technician as well. So it's not just what they see, it's what they hear, getting clients to touch and smell the products as well, and advising them how good they are on the use of it, and teaching them how to use it as well. Give 3 reasons for using design imagery on salon promotional material. Yet again, it's worth 3 marks. So it is a visual tool to help aid the sales. It can grab the reader's attention quicker. It can also give quick recognition of the item through imagery as well. Explain using examples how a salon could benefit from using design to advertise their business. So this is worth 5 marks. So you really need to kind of justify with your answers. And justify meaning you have to say why, because. So product or equipment packaging, brand logos, salon interiors, web pages, promotional materials, and justify why, such as to aid the sales by illustrating services, products, and also to strengthen the salon brand as well. So explain 1 factor to consider when designing promotional material, but this is worth 3 marks. So you really need to justify your answer on this. So we could use promotional materials to design, promote sales, increase clients, show new styles, services and treatments. So just really go into depth with a question that's worth more than 1 mark. Identify 2 product developments used in the nail industry today. So this is worth 2 marks. So think about if you went into a nail salon, what kind of products do they use there? What's new going on in the nail industry today? So things like UV nail polish, long-lasting polish, spray-on products, nail art pens, acrylics, OPI products for sensitive nails, organic products as well, airbrushing for special effects, coloured gels and acrylics, and anything else that's going on since obviously I made this video. Explain how celebrities can influence the sale of new nail products. This is worth 3 marks. So we know TikTok, we know Instagram, we watch celebrities all the time. How do they influence us to buy these products? So celebrities are seen wearing, using, endorsing products on a range of social media. Due to their popularity, it will be influences to purchase these items as they become more attractive. People will copy them, you'll influence them, start new trends, and obviously that's the increase of sales for people to buy the product as well. Explain 2 reasons for using a poster of a hairstyle in the reception area. So why would we put a poster there? We would maybe put a poster there to promote new services or a new image, or costs as well to generate more business, which may attract clients or make it more popular. To advertise a product or salon image, what stylists can do, which could increase retail sales. Increase interest, attention, or catches a client eye, which gives style ideas and influences their choices. So even though it says 2 reasons, it's worth 3 marks. So I'm explaining why, what happens when we do this as well. So just justify your answer a bit more for the full marks. Give 2 other examples where images may be used in the salon, and this is worth 2 marks. Leaflets, social media, websites, email, price lists, gift vouchers, business cards, TV ads, newspaper, magazines, style books to aid and confirm choices as well. List 2 types of promotional material used by salons. It's 2 marks again. So what do they use in salons to promote it? They could use leaflets, social media, websites, email, price lists, gift vouchers, business cards, TV ads, posters, window displays as well. So they're the kind of questions that will come up in Unit 203. However, the very last question is normally a 12-mark question, and you need to make sure that in order to get 12 marks, you need to cover these bullet points below, so the things which are in bold. So covering it and justifying it, writing full sentences and explaining why. So you have to write about the economy. So think about the economy, which is all about money. So things that what's happening today. I mean, there's a cost of living crisis at the moment where everything is so expensive and interest rates are really high at the moment. Gas and electric bills have also doubled. So therefore, we might need to consider this in the question. So it depends what question is about, but we need to talk about the money side of it in the question, but also mention the word economy within your answer somewhere, because it will happen that people spend less money if they haven't got much money to spend. The next thing you need to write about is the marketing and advertising laws. So whatever the question is asking you to do, kind of write about the laws that it involves. So when creating whatever it is it's asking you to set up or make, you must comply with the marketing and advertising laws to make it truthful or meet the current codes of practice. There's other laws like health and safety, data protection, a sale and supply of goods. So whatever the question's asking you to do, think about the marketing and advertising laws and how that can be included within your answer. The next thing you need to write about is ethnic. So think about the question again that comes up and making sure when creating whatever it's asked you to do, that everything, you know, if it's asking you to create a post or asking you to create a web page, that the images of on that must not discriminate anyone. So it must cover all people of different ages and genders, race, religion, disabilities, marital status, etc. So making sure that you cover that within your answer. Financial factors as well. This is about the money side of it. Think of money and ways to save. How can they save on advertising, on social media, maybe making QR codes on posters, hashtags, maybe on Instagram or social media posts with the company logo as well. Promotional material. Think about what promotional material is best suited and the cheapest option for them, because they probably don't have a lot of money to spend. Flyers, posters, billboards, TV, radio, newspapers, magazines, shop windows, social media platforms, word of mouth, which is best and why. Relate this to the question. Staffing as well, make sure they have certificates. So when they're asking how to staff the business, has everyone got certificates? How qualified are they? If they're not very qualified, they might be new to the job. Maybe that it will cost the business less money to employ them. Making sure that the staff, they're all different ages and they're all different genders as well. So if you have to advertise something for new staff, making sure that it's there's no discrimination between the genders or the age, and making sure everyone has equal rights and pay. Target audience. Explain about the target audience that particular question is relating to. So explain which is best for the question given and explain why. So relate this to maybe colours, music, images, smells, uniforms, prices, anything like that that attracts that particular target audience. It's not an exact answer because I don't know what the question's going to be. So here are some of the questions that have come up previously in exams and the kind of things that the examiner would be looking for within your answer. As your paper is given to you, question 12 is always the last question, and I would advise you to complete this question first before going on to question 1, because it's the longest question and you have to write a lot of responses. So I think it gives you like 3 or 4 pages to write a response. So use that time to try and write as much as you can, including all the things that I've said on the previous page. So this question here, it says Danielle works as a beauty consultant in a large store and her manager has asked her to create a poster to advertise a new line of products. Discuss the factors she must consider when creating the poster. 12 marks. So we know it's going to be in a large store and we know she has to advertise a poster, and poster's going to be about new products. So what does she need to consider when creating the poster? So everything on the previous page, think about how we're going to involve those questions on there. So we've got things like financial factors, so the viability of the poster or the effects expected from the poster as well. The cost of resources to create the poster, the pricing structure for the new line of product. How much is all of that going to cost? And consider the options, you know, what's the cheapest options for Danielle to consider. Design factors, how would a poster be designed? Use of brand logos, attracted a target market. Where are they going to put the poster? Yeah, are they going to put it in the window? as well. So really go into detail about the design factors to consider. Ethical and social factors concerning social and cultural diversity and inclusion. So making sure the poster might contain different people of different ages and religions, etc. Staffing, expertise of staff on there. So what kind of staff will offer the services, or what kind of staff will offer the products on there, and the legislations as well. Health and safety, the Equality Act, Trade Description Act, and you can respond with other acts as well. So that's a 3-page kind of answer with lots of examples of factors that Danielle must consider. Try not to repeat yourself, try and explain different answers to get you more marks, but make sure that you cover the shopping list on the previous page. Mandy works for a hair and beauty wholesaler. She has been asked to create a display that promotes a new ethical aware skincare company. Discuss the approaches Mandy might take when planning the promotion. So Mandy works for a hair and beauty wholesaler. What is a wholesaler? So a wholesaler is a place where you can go. It's like a big warehouse where hairdressers and beauticians and nail technicians, they go in there and they buy lots of products at discounted prices. It's cheaper than if the public come in there. So it's a big warehouse with all their stock. So she's been asked to create a display that promotes a new ethical aware skincare company. So some sort of display, could be like a product display or a table or something. What, you know, how is she going to do this and what does she need to consider? So Mandy will need to consider things like the size of the site and the cost of the promotional material with regards to the budget. So how much money has she been given, the budget? Timescales, how long is it going to take to create the material? Specialist products as well, or equipment, possibly samples needed for the promotion, handing them out or trying them. The location of the display, where is she going to display within the store? The purpose of the display or the material, suggested styles of design appropriate to the marketing of the company, types of promotional material to use, and the best placement for these, such as leaflets, samples, signs, business cards, TV, media, or possibly a slideshow on the TV, advertising the functions and benefits of new products and their ingredients, advertising company ethics, so it's suitable for all skin types, animal testing and organic ingredients could also be included to make people more interested in it. Demographic target market relating to social and cultural diversity, making sure it's advertised to everyone, and legal requirements relating to the company selling and promotion. So what legislations will she need to consider? Okay, we've got another couple of questions that previously come up on other GCSE exams. Jo is opening a new salon in this busy shopping centre. She is meeting with an IT expert to discuss the design and launch of the salon online. Discuss the online options to consider and design the factors she must discuss at the meeting. So we know Jo is opening up a new salon and it's in a busy shopping centre, so there's a lot of people walking by. She's meeting with an IT expert to discuss the design and launch of the salon online. So they haven't got a web page. So that is what Jo is creating. She's creating a web page with an expert. So discuss the online options to consider and the design factors she must discuss. So what is she going to ask the IT expert to do, and what does she need to consider? So we're talking about financial factors, the viability of the new website, how much is it going to cost versus profit, and the budget that she's been given. Design factors, timeline, how long is it going to take to make? Suggested type of designs appropriate to the salon branding and target market. How online advertising will affect clientele, like the interests of and familiarity, etc. Resources, types and costs of resources, colour schemes, the graphics, the logo designs. How's it going to attract the target market? Is there going to be like an interactive booking system online on the new web page? Social media or website links on there? Is it mobile friendly as well? Ethical and social factors concerning social and cultural diversity and inclusion of everyone, so we're not leaving anyone out regardless of their age, etc. Staff personnel, the services that each member or staff may offer and how this is presented online. The cost of creating and maintaining the online services, and hyperlinks to link any other industries which could also benefit both parties and how they link. So you could have a list of people that are going to be working in the salon and their job roles as well, a little bit about each of them. Legislations covering advertising, so things like health and safety, the Equality Act, Data Protection Act, GDPR, Trades Description Act, Online Safety and Security Privacy for the websites and its users. So these are all things that she needs to consider, and you've got 3 pages to write about it. Joel has modernised his barbershop to appeal to younger clients. The salon offers colouring services which he did not offer previously. He has contracted a small group of students to design an advertisement for social media. Discuss the factors they should consider when designing the advertisement. So Joel's got a barber's, and they've got a new thing coming out. They've got colouring services. He's never done colouring services before, but he wants to promote the colouring services on social media to try and get young people in to get their hair coloured. So what does Joel need to discuss? So we're going to start off with financial factors. So the viability of the poster or the effects expected from advertising costs of resources to create the advert. So, how much is it going to cost for this advert to be made on social media? Who's got to be in it? Have we got to have influencers in it, or is it just the general public? The pricing structures for a new line, maybe discounts as well for those coming for their first colour service, or how much are the colour services going to cost? So what's the price list? Design factors. How will the advert be designed? Use of brand logos, attracting the target market. So we know the target market is quite young, so we've got to keep it kind of fun with lots of young people in the images. Types and costs, colour schemes, graphics, logo designs, attracting the target market, interactive booking system, online platforms, social media websites, mobile friendly as well. A lot of young people use mobile, so they've got to be able to access it on their social media platforms that they regularly use. Ethical and social factors concerning social and cultural diversity and inclusion, so different coloured hair on the boys. As it is a barber's, obviously we don't want to attract female clients, but it's something you can write about in there, not to exclude it. Staffing, expertise of staff, so making sure that the staff are qualified for colour. So even though it's new to the business, can the staff actually carry it out? Hyperlinks, to be linked with any other industries as well on the advert, so other little links and hashtags for them to click on, which would benefit both parties. And how do they link? Legislations, health and safety, the Equality Act, Trades Description Act, just a few things that you could write about in there. Just make sure that you cover it. Next question. Cole works in a beauty product development. He has been asked to develop a new retail line for a large chain of beauty salons. Discuss the factors to consider when designing and developing a new product for market. It's worth 12 marks. So, Cole, he's making a beauty product. He's making a brand new beauty product that he's going to have a new retail line for a large chain of beauty salons. So this new product, whatever it is, could be like a moisturizer or cleanse toner moisturizer, whatever it is, it's going to go out to a large chain of beauty salons. So there's lots of different chains that are going to be using this. Discuss the factors to consider when designing and developing a new product. So to design it, we've got to think of everything. We draw it all up on paper. We go to the manufacturers, check the product's work, and also design the bottle as well. Make sure it's appealing. Maybe get feedback as well, customer feedback surveys. So let's have a look how we could answer this. So financial factors, economy today and how this will affect the pricing. So we want to keep it quite cheap, don't we? Because people don't have money to spend. The viability of the product, cost to make a new retail line, advertising cost of resources to create adverts to promote a new line, pricing structures for the new line of product, design factors, how would the product be designed, use of brand logos, attracting the target market, types and costs, colour scheme, graphics, logo design, attracting the target market, online platforms used, social media, website, making it mobile friendly to help advertise the new line. Consider all ethical and social factors concerning social and cultural diversity and inclusion, making it good for all skin types as well. Staffing, making sure that the expertise of staff and that there's also training provided on how to sell these new products to clients. Legislations to cover health and safety, the Equality Act, Sale and Supply of Goods Act, Trade Description Act to consider. They're really important, Sale and Supply and Trade Description Act for this question, and also cosmetic products safety regulations. So they're probably three that I would include in this question. Legal requirement relating to the company, selling and promotion, and making sure maybe the products are organic, they're not tested on animals, and the bottle as well is recyclable and container friendly to the environment, so maybe they can recycle the product after as well. So there's lots of things to consider, and you've got 3 pages to do so. I've got another couple of questions here, and the second question I'm going to give you an example of how to write an answer to this. So Jack works as a trichologist in a salon called the Hair and Scalp Doctor. He has been asked to develop some marketing material for the launch of a new branch in the city. Discuss the factors he must consider when developing the marketing material. So Jack works as a trichologist. A trichologist, what is that? It's somebody who works with hair and scalp disorders. Okay, so that's why he's like the hair and scalp doctor. He has been asked to develop some marketing material for the launch of a new branch. So he wants marketing material to advertise a new branch, which is also going to be called the Hair and Scalp Doctor in the city. So it's going to be in the city, so it's going to be quite busy. Discuss the factors he must consider when developing the marketing material. So we need to discuss obviously the financial factors, the costs expected from advertising, the different types of resources best for a new salon. So what could they possibly use to advertise it best, but cheaply? Considering free social media to reduce the prices, the timescales to be considered, pricing structures for services as well, design factors, types of promotional material and how best placement of these, such as leaflets, adverts, signs, business cards, social media. As this question isn't really homing in on a particular marketing material, you could list quite a few and how it differs. And how will the advert be designed? Use of brand logos, attracting the target market, types and costs, colour schemes, graphics, logo designs, attracting the target market. So who's the target market for people with hair or scalp disorders? Online platforms, social media websites, mobile friendly, ethical and social factors concerning social and cultural diversity and inclusion. So making sure that everyone is equal on the advertising or marketing material. Staffing, expertise of staff, making sure that they're all qualified. Hyperlinks to any other industries which will benefit both parties. And legislations to cover these marketing things. So things like we've got Health and Safety Equality Act, so definitely Trade Description Act, marketing and advertising laws. I would definitely include that in there, marketing and advertising laws. And you've also got Sale and Supply of Goods Act. So there's quite a lot to actually write on that because it doesn't really home in on a particular marketing material. Next question. Georgia is planning to open a pop-up Now bar in her hometown for the summer season. Discuss the factors Georgia should consider when advertising for staff and promoting the business. So what is a pop-up Now bar? We're looking at something that's just going to pop up. So it could be a shop rather than maybe like a stand. So it's a pop-up Now bar. So it could be a shop or it could be something inside another shop. But it's only there for the summer season. So it's there for possibly the busiest times. People always want to get their nails done and also their toenails done in the summer because they tend to wear more flip-flops. Discuss the factors Georgia should consider when advertising for staff and promoting the business. So we're not actually advertising the Now bar, we're advertising for staff and promoting the business. So we need to consider things like the state of the economy, viability of the business, types of businesses already in place down the same street or in the same town, and the services they're going to provide to understand the target market. Pricing structures for services, promotional materials, the use of design appropriate to marketing the new business, brand logos, promotional materials, target market, ethical and social factors concerning social and cultural diversity and inclusion, staff and other business, the expertise of all the Now technicians and the qualifications required for each one, the other services that each member or staff may have to offer, if they've got any niche kind of skills, whether linked industries can help in promotion as well. Legislation, health and safety, the Equality Act, Trade Description Act, Marketing and Advertising Law, Sale and Supply of Good Act. So I would definitely cover marketing and advertising laws because you're promoting a new business and you're advertising for new staff as well. The Equality Act I would definitely cover as well because you want equality with pay and people working there. So on the next slide, I'm going to show you, if I was possibly in an exam, the kind of responses that we could do to try and get as many marks as we possibly can, covering everything in red that you've just read. So this was the question in the paper, and this is a kind of answer that you could get. So we've got Georgia is planning to open up a pop-up Now bar in the summer season, which I believe is the perfect season to open as lots of people go out locally or on holiday and would like to get their nails done in the warmer climate. Financial factors. So that there was like my bit of an introduction, and I'm going to try and cover everything in order of the shopping list. So financial factors. Firstly, Georgia will need to consider how much people are willing to spend on their nails. As with COVID and local salons closing, she may need to reduce her prices to encourage foot traffic at her Now bar. If this is the case, she will need to work harder to earn more profit. Alternatively, she will have a look around at other local businesses and see what the competition is, as she may have, and also look at how much local businesses charge and types of services to get a rough idea of her price list. She could also consider offering something niche, So that's something that maybe other salons don't offer. It's a special service which is new to her local area that people may want to try, even if it's just once. Yeah, getting people in just once, that's really good because it's only a pop-up place. It's not going to be there. They don't need to come back every 6 to 8 weeks because she might not be there. The business is only pop-up now bar, so she doesn't want to invest a lot of money into it as it'd be taken down in the winter. Talking about promotional material, just an example. As it is pop-up business, I would not want to spend a lot of money advertising in newspapers or leaflets. Therefore, a simple sign outside the now bar with a heavy social advertising with Instagram business account would be suitable, and hoping that word of mouth will help. I will ensure that my now bar has a bright, clear sign which clearly labels what the business is, my brand logo and feminine colours to attract the female clients. I could also offer a loyalty card discount, as clients will hopefully return every 2 to 3 weeks to get their nails filled in. Posters in the window will be of women's nails. So you're just thinking of every way that you can promote this business as well. Ethical and social factors. So when creating a nail business, I will make sure that there is a ramp with wider door frame suitable for wheelchair access. I'll also offer the same services to men. Even though they may not use it, I wouldn't want to discourage people to enter. I will also have screens between each client to make them feel safer during COVID times. I will have hand sanitizer available with products that are not tested on animals, and recycle bins to help the environment. I will also have easy listening music suitable for people of age, all age groups and genders. When hiring staff, I will make the advert open to everyone, regardless of their race, religion, gender, background, age or disability. So there's lots to consider in the ethical and social factors. Just trying to write as much as you can about diversity and how we can include everyone in this. Really specify and break it down. Staff and other business. When Georgia advertises for staff, this could be done online to save money. The advert will not specify any discrimination such as age, gender, religion, race, sexual orientation, marriage or civil partnership, background or disability. So that's really important to include that. As the business is new, Georgia doesn't have time to train new staff, so they will all need to be qualified with evidence of their qualifications achieved. So they all need to be certificated in their MVQs level 2 or 3 for nails. Staff with niche skills may be an advantage to help the business grow in different directions. Local hair salons nearby could also be informed verbally that there's a new pop-up salon opening up and offer discounts to hair staff that recommend their own clients to visit. So it's spreading the word to the other people nearby. You know, if you tell your clients about my new pop-up, I'll give you a discount. So it's just helping spread the word. Linked industries like colleges could be contacted to allow small groups to visit and work in the nail bar for a day. So if there's any colleges, like nail colleges, maybe they could come and do like a day voluntary placement or something there. Or something like the catering industry to assist with free samples given outside to encourage people to visit. Newspaper journalists may want a news story about this new salon opening up too, so you could give the newspapers a quick call and tell them to come down and take photographs. And also everyone that visits can take pictures and tag the new business for their social media account. So you could maybe have like a photo frame or something that you can have your photo done outside with the salon name. So picture taking is very important for advertising of before and after images as well, and giving positive feedback. Acts, we're going to talk about the legal side of it now. When Georgia is advertising, she needs to make sure that she's honest about the business from the beginning to comply with the marketing and advertising laws and the Trade Description Act, that all data of clients is stored and complies with the Data Protection Act. The services offered must also be of accurate descriptions, and that any products sold are in date, fit for purpose and sold at the RRP, which is regular retail price, to comply with the Sale of Goods and Supply Act. Target audience. So who is the target audience for this particular pop-up nail bar. So the target audience for the pop-up nail shop would be women in their 20s to 40s. So the colour scheme of the pop-up salon would be more feminine with lighter pastel colours. The uniform worn by staff would be black which is easy for male or female staff to wear. The name of the salon would be simple, including the words now in the title in bold letters. It could even be called Pop-Up Nail Salon, so that people know what it is. And the smell of the salon would be quite floral, and the posters displayed would be of women's hands. So we don't want it smelling of nail polish remover all the time. And lots of advertising about nails in there.